All right, we're good.
All right, Shalom. First and foremost, as always, we want to give all the praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh,
Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rakakwadash.
Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who taught us this truth. We want to give a special peace and blessings and salutations to the elect. All right, we out here another week. We out here another week to teach the word, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. All right, and of course we're entering into some perilous times. All right, it's been projected that Joe Biden has been elected the 46th president of Great Babylon. All right, but we still got to see what happens. But they're projecting it on the mainstream media right now. So you know what that means for you Israelites. You think it means good times, but it really means hell on earth. All right, because what he's gonna do, let this train go by. What he's gonna do is he's gonna lock this shit down, man. All right, you know, and his VP, the one that you think is a so-called black woman, she's really an Edomite. She has all type of wicked decrees and things she believes in as well. So you basically just put a pedophile and a terror in office, man. You went out, you voted, you know, and us as men of the Lord, we really don't care who's in office because we have the same goal, which is salvation and to be delivered from the hands of the enemy. See, we're not voting for the enemy. We're looking to be delivered from the hands of the enemy.
That's right.
All right? So, you got something you want to start with? If not, then you have some scripts. Don't really matter. We're going to break it down either way.
This is the Colossians chapter 1, verse 21. And you that were sometime alienated and enemies in your mind by wicked works, yet now hath he reconciled in the body of his flesh through death, to present you holy and unblameable and unreprovable in his sight. If ye continue in the faith, grounded and settled, and be not moved away from the hope of the gospel.
Yeah, if you continue in the faith, grounded and settled, and be not moved away, we got to be solid in this truth. All right? As the saying goes, 10 toes down. Rooted. All right? Go ahead.
If ye continue in the faith, grounded and settled, and be not moved away from the hope of the gospel, which ye have heard, and which was preached to every creature which is under heaven.
Yeah, you got this word has officially reached the four corners of the earth. All right? This gospel has been preached throughout the four corners of the earth. Go ahead.
And which was preached to every creature which is under heaven, whereof I Paul am made a minister. And we also get into the point of times where every creature in heaven was preached this gospel. You got camps in Africa, Australia, in the Bahamas, in the Virgin Isles, in the Virgin Islands, South America, Mexico, and all throughout the United States, in Canada.
Four corners of the earth.
The four corners of the earth. Every creature is hearing this gospel. Even the average Jake is beginning to know that they're an Israelite. They may still conduct themselves as heathens, but they know that they're an Israelite. So this gospel is being preached on all four corners of the world, which means the end is made manifest and the end is nigh.
Yeah, but then there's a balance to it, a flip side to it. You got niggas that's still stuck in the world that's trying to remain here and going out and vote.
Well, hey, a nation divided against itself, man. Yeah. Not only is America divided against itself, but the nation of Israel, the real Israelites, are all divided against themselves, man.
Yeah, that's why the Lord said the majority of them has to be put to death because of their actions and the things that they're doing in the land of their captivities. They're not looking back to the Heavenly Father and trying to praise Him. Instead, they're looking to the enemy for help. Matter of fact, I need that woe unto them that go down to Egypt. Is it Isaiah 30?
Yeah, Isaiah 30 and 1.
Yeah, give me that real quick, because that's what our people are doing in these times. They're looking to Egypt for help. You know, trusting in the enemy, putting a king over them that's not of their brethren. They doing all types of, wickedness, man. You know? You got it? 30 and 1.
This is Isaiah
Oh,
chapter 30, verse 1. Woe to the rebellious children, said the Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushai, that taketh counsel, but not of me, and that cover with a covering, but not of my spirit.
Yeah, the rebellious children are you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, man. You were the main ones that was pushing to go out and vote, and you was being rebellious, and you wasn't thinking about the spirit of the Lord. You was putting your trust in man. Okay? And like I said, now you think everything is going to be peaches and cream, but that devil's going to show his horns when he gets that power, man. Go ahead.
That they may add sin to sin, that walk to go down into Egypt, and have not asked at my mouth to strengthen themselves in the strength of Pharaoh.
Yeah, you go down to Egypt for help. You're adding sin to sin. All right, and you trusting the modern day Egypt is the virgin daughter of Babylon, which is America. This is the new Egypt, okay? Whether you want to accept it or not, because this is the basically we was in captivity in ancient Egypt, and we was delivered by the hands of the Most High, and then the Most High put us in the new Egypt, which He said in Deuteronomy the 28th chapter.
Revelation 11 and 8.
11 and 8, and now
Yeah.
you have these presidents, which are basically modern day pharaohs or modern day Caesars, ruling over you all over again. You tribes. Go ahead.
And to trust in the shadow of Egypt. Therefore shall the strength of Pharaoh be your shame, and the trust in the shadow of Egypt your confusion.
Yeah, your confusion. The people are confused, man. They don't really know what's going on. Because if they knew what was going on, then they wouldn't be voting.
Yeah, you got all these movements going on with, Black Lives Matter and all that, and Antifa and all that. But see, when you look up who runs these organizations, it's all rich white men.
Yeah.
And these rich white men are quoted in numerous publications saying that they want to enslave the whole earth.
Yeah, and if you also pay attention and take a closer look at them rallies and those protests, it be so-called white people leading them. These so-called white people telling the orders. If this was a so-called black movement, it should be way more black people out there, but it's more white people than anything.
Yep.
And a whole bunch of homosexuals.
And one of the reasons why that is because this whole thing is orchestrated to against you tribes.
Yeah.
You know, you got this guy Bill Gates that's talking about vaccinating people, and that's the same guy saying that we need to kill off millions
Yeah.
of
He's saying that
people.
It's like he's saying that the vaccine is what's going to help put the numbers down,
Yeah, reduce
reduce
population.
population. But Jake is the same dude that's pushing it.
and that's just one example, you know.
Yep.
You got a whole bunch of other examples, like even dealing with politics and stuff. You got Donald Trump and Joe Biden, which they're both evil, but you Jakes just want to vote for the lesser evil.
Right.
You know, that shit don't make no
And
sense.
that's wicked too. Evil is evil. It don't matter if it's more or less.
Right.
It's evil. I don't want to go for the super wicked. I'm just gonna go for the
Yeah.
lesser wicked guy. Come on, man.
Yeah, because these people are in gross darkness, and they can't hear us. They can't hear the men of the Lord.
Yeah, they're in gross darkness. The reason why they can't hear us is because the dark doesn't comprehend with the light. And it's gonna be an interesting time leading up to if he is officially the president. It's gonna be an interesting time. What is it? How many days is it? It's like a couple months until the inauguration.
Yeah, until January.
You could have all types of hell breaking loose between November and January.
Hell yeah.
That's about 3 months. Because you still got all of November, December, and January. It's about 3 months. So you could have 3 months of complete hell. Because those Edomites that support DJ, they got a different level of spirit a different level of pride on them. Go ahead, let's get back into it.
They're all over social media saying that they're going to fight.
Yep.
Yep. And this is the precept to Isaiah 30. Woe unto them that go down to Egypt for help. This is St. Luke chapter 10, verse 16. He that heareth you, heareth me. And he that despiseth you, despiseth me.
Yeah, so when you don't hear the men of the Lord, you're not hearing the Most High himself, the Father and the Son. Because we're coming with that message. Go ahead.
Also, if I can now, when you go into Luke, the first chapter, 17th verse, it says that the men of the men of the Lord are his mouthpiece. You know,
Yeah, Luke 1 and 70.
Yep.
As he spake by the mouth of his holy prophets, which have been since the world began. Yep, go ahead.
And he that despiseth, Salah, he that heareth you, heareth me. And he that despiseth you, despiseth me. And he that despiseth me, despiseth him that sent me.
Yeah, so there's an order. You know, you despise the prophets. Ultimately, you despising Yahweh Shai. Get that in the first chapter, Luke 1 and 70. And you can start at actually 67. And he that despiseth the Son, despiseth the Father. So they're not hearing the men of the Lord, but that's ultimately because they're not a part of their remnant. All right? The remnant are the only ones that's going to get this mystery. Okay? The remnant are the only ones that's going to receive salvation. The elected nation of Israel, the ones that's going to be pulled out of the trouble that's coming to the earth. Because there is trouble coming to the earth, whether people want to accept it or not. And no president is going to fix that.
That's right.
Well, hey,
The scriptures tell you, Salak, the scriptures tell you that the plagues are sent. And nobody can draw them back.
That's right.
Because they sent from the Most High.
Yahweh Shai said that the fire is already kindled, man. The spark is already there. It's just going to grow and grow and grow.
What will I?
Just getting fanned.
Yeah.
You got that.
This is Luke chapter 1, verse 67. And his father,
68.
and this, I'm going to just start at 37 since it
Oh,
prophesied
60.
saying.
No, Luke 1 and 68. Start at 68.
Luke 1 and 68. Blessed be the Lord Yahweh of Israel, for he has visited and redeemed his people.
Yeah, the Most High have visited and redeemed his people. Let the string go by. Blessed be the Lord power of Israel, for he hath visited and redeemed his people. All right? That's talking about the Israelites, the tribes, the people on this side. All right? And he's only going to visit and redeem 144,000 and the 1/3. All right? But the 144,000, the governing body, the 12,000 from each tribe is going to be the governing body of the nation. And then you're going to have the great multitude, which are Israelites as well, that came out of all these other nations where they were scattered. It's not hard to understand. Go ahead.
Blessed be the Lord Yahweh of Israel, for he hath visited and redeemed his people, and hath raised up an horn of salvation for us in the house of his servant David.
And have raised up a horn of salvation for us. Us. Not them. Us. All right? I believe those are known as possessive nouns, if I'm not mistaken. Okay?
Us, my people.
Yeah, so that
Us.
means a select. All right? That means a select group of people, not the whole world. Go ahead. Then it says, have raised up a horn of salvation for us in what?
For us in the house of his servant David.
In the house of his servant David. The scriptures speak about the tabernacles of the Lord said he's going to raise up the tabernacles of David that is fallen. And David was an Israelite of the tribe of Judah. He was a man after the Most High's own heart. So all this is circling back to the nation of Israel. Go ahead.
As he spake by the mouth of his holy prophets, which have been since the world began.
Yeah, that's how the Lord speaks. That's the point the brother was making. The Lord speaks through the mouth of his holy prophets. Anytime a society was getting ready to be set up, to get ready to be brought down, the Lord was sending messengers out, his prophets, to deliver the message in the downfall of that place. And that's what you see now. And the elites know about that. They know that. They know why they see the prophets out there gathering the sheep, gathering the elect, because that's a sign of a society getting ready to fall. And we know this place is getting ready to fall. Go ahead.
As he spake by the mouth of his holy prophets, which have been since the world began, that we should be saved from our enemies.
And our enemies is the ones that's being elected in these high places, in these high, like president, senate, governor, you know, you do have Jakes in those positions, not necessarily a president. You got Jake governors and senators, and guess what? They with the program of the Edomites. They're further in the program of Esau.
Oh, remember some years back, Mayor Byron Brown. Remember when he came up to the camp, he kept talking about the community this and the community that, or that city councilman or whatever he was.
Yeah, I think it was city councilman. Yeah, city councilman.
They love to throw that word community out there.
Yeah, which is wicked. That we should be saved from our enemies, man. See, we don't want this place to prolong. We want to be saved. We want to get out of here. This is a prison. This is a prison, man. We want the Lord to deliver us, Baba Kushat.
That's right.
And from the hand of all that hate us.
And from the hand that all that hate us. Do you really have to ask what nation of people hate you?
Right.
Look at the history. Look at even to this very day, man, 2020. You Jake's been crying all year about Trump. He racist. Trump. Nigga, this next nigga gonna do the same shit. You know?
Maybe even worse.
And because they're your enemy. All right? They're your enemy. They're of the nation of Esau, Edom. They're your enemy. Remember that, man.
Hey, and that's how you know we're living in a time where the Messiah is about to come back, man. Because you see, when you go into 2 Thessalonians, the 2nd chapter, it speaks about how that man of perdition.
That's a good precept.
Was
I think it's 2 and 3.
No, it's the 2nd chapter. I got it.
Yeah, 2 Thessalonians. 2. Yeah. 2 Thessalonians, the 2nd chapter. I believe. Go ahead. Keep going.
To perform the mercy promised to our fathers, and to remember his holy covenant, the oath which he swore to our father Abraham.
Yeah, so it keeps going back. It all goes back to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. It's talking about one nation of people, the Israelites. Okay? You got it?
Yep. That's still a little bit more.
All right,
That he would grant unto us that we, being delivered, all right, I got name, delivered. Who gonna deliver us? Yahweh Shai. Delivered out of the hand of our enemies, might serve him without fear, in holiness, in righteousness, before him all the days of our life.
Yeah, so we got to serve the Lord continually, man. You know, until we can't serve him no more.
Fight the good fight unto death, strive for the truth unto death.
Yeah, we got to serve the Lord all the way up until death, man. And Lord willing, our works will follow us. You got it.
This is 2 Thessalonians chapter 2, verse. Should I start at 1 or 2? You know, I'm just gonna start at 2. They be 2 Thessalonians chapter 2, verse 2. That ye be not soon shaken in mind, or be troubled, neither by spirit, nor by word, nor by letter, as for us, as that day of Yahushua HaMashiach is at hand. Let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come, except there come a falling away first, and that man of sin be revealed.
Yeah, and the man of sin is being revealed every day, daily. All right, he's being revealed consistently, man. And he's Esau, Edom.
That's right.
And they sneaky, man. These devils are sneaky. You know, you got some devils looking at us up there in the windows, and then when they see that we see them, they don't want to look no more.
They duck away.
You know, because that's how they is, man.
Just like the ones that sit on the benches.
Yeah,
Some snakes, man.
that's how they is. And these buildings are 5-6 stories high, you know, and they'll sit up there.
Probably just went to another one.
Look, whose habitation is high,
Right.
right? They'll sit up there and they creep, and as soon as you spot them, you know, fucking sneaky devils, man. Go ahead. Now Jake will just sit there and be like, yeah, I'm looking.
Yeah,
You know? Go ahead.
Well, they'll stand there and act like they're smoking a cigarette
Right.
and listen.
Verse 3. Let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come, except there come a falling away first, and that man of sin be revealed, the son of perdition,
Yeah, the son of perdition. That's Esau Edom. That's his real name.
who oppresses
He's going under a different alias right now. Go ahead.
who oppresseth and exalteth himself above all that is called the Most High, or that is worshipped, so that he, as I'm gonna read it verbatim, God sitteth in the temple of God, showing himself that he is God.
Yeah, that's the position that he plays. All right, he plays the Most High on earth. That's why he's coming with that mark, the RFID chip, because he's gonna try to mark you. You know?
Like if you notice, a lot of since this lockdown started, a lot of these governors, when you watch their press conferences and that, they're starting to talk down to the people. Like, we know what's best, man.
Yeah.
You know, he's letting everybody know.
He's in that godlike spirit.
Trying to force feed him.
Yep.
Like Cuomo keeps talking about, you know, why don't you let people go to church, but you let them go to protests and that, which we're not down with the churches. But he'll say, you got to listen to the state. You know, the state rules all.
Hey, that's the same thing like whenever you have a child day in school or whatever, and the school will say, well, the state is mandating this, or the state is mandating that. If your child don't get these vaccines, then they can't come to school. Because you know children got to get vaccinated to go to school or whatever. They'll say, well, the state is saying that this is why it's like this. You know, the state. Each one of these states are really countries, little countries, man.
I went through that in college a couple decades ago, man. They said you need to get a meningitis shot, or you can't come back on the campus until you have the paperwork. I'm like, what? I already paid for the shit.
Right.
And really, that's just Esau prepping you for that martial law, man. That mandate. He's mandating everything so you can just be submissive. When it's just he just wants to make it easier on the troops, so when they come in, everybody just lay down.
Yeah. Get down and lay down. Go ahead.
Verse 4: Who oppresseth and exalteth himself above all that is called God, or that is worshipped, so that he, as God, sitteth in the temple of God, showing himself that he is God.
Yeah, and that's the spirit that he's on. He's on some I'm God type shit.
Remember ye not that when I was yet with you, I told you these things, and now ye know what withholdeth, that he might be revealed in his time.
Yep, and the time is now. The time has been really since the prophets came out on the streets.
Back in the late 60s.
You know, way back, man. America's downward spiral has been ever since. But now it's at the doorsteps, and we're just watching as well as praying as the Lord commanded us to. Because that's all we could do is watch and pray, man. At the end of the day, you know, watch as well as pray and keep the prophecies. Watch for those prophecies, man. Because that's what's going to keep this thing rolling.
For the mystery of iniquity doth already work. And as Yahushua said, that the mystery of iniquity already works, because during the time of Yahushua was on the scene, the Roman Empire was set up, and it was ruling even at that time. Only he who letteth will let, until he be taken out of the way. Okay.
Yeah, and Esau is, you know, he's been ruling the earth for a while now. This little season is up. You know, the scriptures speak about him being loose for a little season. And if he continues to rule the way he's ruling, the earth is going to be a jungle. It's a jungle now, but it's going to be, you know, not Planet of the Apes, the Forbidden Zone. The Forbidden Zone, man. You know, everything's already toxic right now. Everything's toxic. You know, people are trying to so-called eat healthy, but even the things that are healthy are, you know, ain't really healthy, man.
Yeah.
Verse 8: And then shall that wicked be revealed, whom the Lord shall consume with the spirit of his mouth, and shall destroy with the brightness of his coming.
Right, and that spirit of his mouth, right, is talking about these prophets, man.
Yeah.
These prophets that are out here condemning this place. You know, because before the Most High, always brought down an empire or a society or kingdom. We'll use biblical terms. A kingdom. Get Psalm 75 and I think it's 6 real quick.
What you want?
Psalm 75 and 6.
I got it. I'm gonna read verse 8 one more time. And then shall that wicked be revealed, whom the Lord shall consume with the spirit of his mouth. And
Right, and he's getting. Oh, go ahead.
and we read in Luke chapter 1 verse 70 that the prophets are the Lord's mouthpiece. So just like the brother said, the Lord is consuming, basically exposing this exposing the wicked, which is Esau, Edom, which today would be the so-called white man, is being exposed. Through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahshua, yeah.
The prophets, man. You know, all these, you got all these alternative news outlets and that. That's just to feed us information. So we ain't got to go digging all over the damn place.
Right.
You know, they got, that guy RT Rupley, where he travels all over the place with his drones and shit, getting all kinds of footage of protests and riots and chaos. The Most High set him up just to be a feeder, man.
All
You
right,
know?
This is Psalms chapter 75, verse 6. For promotion cometh neither from the east nor from the west.
Right, and you got these people that think that, you know, China's going to take over and all kinds of shit. But really, in 2nd Ezra, the 6th chapter, it says Esau is the end of the world and Jacob is the beginning of it that follow it. Okay, this is the last hurrah, man. The next step is the next society, the next kingdom is going to be the kingdom of heaven.
Yeah, and it's that way because that's the way that the Lord said it was going to happen.
That's right.
Because however the Lord set it up, that's the way everything gonna work out. That's why you hear all them horns beeping. They down here protesting because they just announced that Donald Trump lost.
Oh, they already protesting?
Yeah, they just So I just see it's a lot of white people driving down there to the circle.
Protesting.
They protesting.
They're saying this shit ain't even over, man. Trump's saying that he's taking it to the courts, which is just going to prolong and build up all that suspense, and then everybody just going to go crazy.
Nor from the west, nor from the south.
The apocrypha.
But Yahweh is the judge.
Yeah, the Most High the judge, and the Most High determines what's going to happen. And the Lord said that Esau was going to be taken down, and Israel was going to be risen up, and you can see that happening.
Right. Ecclesiastes chapter 10.
Over there. Sirach 38 and 1. Get Daniel 4 and 17.
He put it down one and set it up another.
And that's what he's doing now. He putting down Esau and he's setting up Israel, Jacob. He's setting up the 12 tribes of Israel. Go ahead.
For in the hand of the Lord there is a cup, and the wine is red. It is full of mixture.
And that cup is that cup that we just got done drinking. And now it's time for the other nations to drink that cup. And that's in Jeremiah 25th chapter. Go ahead.
And he poureth out of the same, but the dregs thereof, all the wicked of the earth shall wring them out and drink them.
And that's talking about the other nations. First and foremost, the Edomites. Go ahead.
But I will declare forever, I will sing praises to the God of Jacob. All the horns of the wicked also will I cut off, but the horns of the righteous shall be exalted.
That's talking about Israel. You got that, Daniel?
Yeah, let me
Oh,
bring
go
this
ahead.
out now. Job 14 and 5. Job 14 and 5. Seeing his days are determined, the number of his months are with thee. Thou hast appointed his bounds that he cannot pass. So the wicked have what? An appointed time to rule.
Yep.
Okay? And we're seeing that his time is coming up, man. Because you remember, we were talking about this in the camp chat the other day about how Biden was talking back in 2005,
Yeah.
asking Chief Justice Roberts, okay, the question about how he's going to rule on the microchip. So that's how far this stuff has been in the plan, and well, the plans are almost here.
And it's crazy that he ended up being becoming the president.
Yeah, his ass can't even talk.
Right.
And he becomes the president. This is Daniel 4 and 17. This matter is by the decree of the watchers, and the demand by the word of the holy ones, to the intent that the living may know that the Most High ruleth in the kingdom of men, and giveth it to whomsoever he will, and setteth up over it the basest of men.
Hey, so it was no need for people to go out and vote because the Lord said it for Joe Biden to win.
Yeah, he's still the basest of men. You got two base men going against each other. That's why they create. That's why it's always been a two-party system, man. Because they always get two guys in there who they want. You know.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, really, it's the guy who the Lord picked. The Lord, the one who controlling the minds of the people. Get that right there.
This is Ecclesiastes, Sirach, chapter 18, verse 1.
It's close to that.
He that liveth forever createth all things in general.
Yeah, that's talking about the Most High, Yahweh Shem Shai. He the one who created all things. Go ahead.
The Lord, Yahweh Hashem Shai, only is righteous, and there is none other but He.
Yeah, it's none other but He. So it's none other but He in control because these Christians say how you think that Satan fell down from heaven and took a third of the angels with him and they on some gang shit against the Lord.
Right.
But that's not what happened. The Lord controlling everything. Everything that happened, anything that happened on this earth, when the baby died, the Lord killed that baby. Go ahead.
But verse 3, who governeth the world with the palm
The
of
word
his hand?
govern, say, who governs the world? Governs means control. The government is the one controlling the United States of America. Go ahead, read that again.
Who governeth the world with the palm of his
With
hand?
the palm of his hand.
That Israelites,
He got,
right?
Yeah. That's why you get that saying, all the greatest sayings come from the scriptures. He got the whole world in his hand. Look, he got the whole world in his hand. All control. That's why you're supposed to ask the Most High for mercy.
And all things obey his will.
And all things obey his will. Even the one third of angels that left everything. No, but that didn't happen. But everything obeys the Lord's will. Even Satan. Go ahead.
The plants, trees.
Yeah, the trees, the birds. Hey, because the
Birds last week.
and Elijah, what was it? Elijah, Elisha. The Lord had the bird
Raven,
bring.
I think it was a raven.
Bring the raven bring Elisha food in the famine. So everything obeys the Lord, even the stars in heaven.
For he is the king of all, but his power dividing holy things among them from profane. To whom hath he given power to declare his works? And who shall find out his noble acts?
Yeah, and that's talking about the prophets. That's what's gonna find out his noble acts.
How you know we Israelites? Sign?
And plus, I would consider myself an Israelite too.
Are you from the tribe of Judah? That's good.
Trust me, brother. I know myself.
Alright. I'm just asking you because you got those tattoos is off.
I know you was gonna say something.
Alright. I thought you might.
Trust me.
I thought you because the brother
Yeah,
got an
you know,
uncle.
I got
You know what I'm
the-
saying?
yeah,
That
yeah.
was before. So you alright.
And
same
plus-
thing.
Yeah.
And plus, in the history I know about the Egyptians that they actually slaved, our people.
Yeah.
The
Okay,
Israelites.
you got it then. I was just making sure you was on point.
Yeah.
I ain't
But
know.
watch
I ain't-
this was before.
Yeah, I didn't know if you found out you was an Israelite and you was like, I'm about to go get some tats.
I got my yeah.
You know?
It's all good, bro.
But nah, that's good, brother. That's good, man. Good.
Hey,
But
new
we
creature.
here, man.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
we
made a
here.
video on that last night, man. You come in, you become a new creature. And all that old
Yeah, his
stuff.
tattoos. Those were things of the world. You might have, you probably. I got one tattoo. I didn't know. I was like 18. I was copying my brother.
But see,
Right.
what's that in Corinthians where it say, when Paul said, when I was a child, I thought as a child,
Yeah.
spake as a child, but when I became a man, I put away childish things.
And this is just the flesh anyway. This flesh ain't nothing. We ain't gonna be in this type of flesh in the kingdom. The scriptures say flesh and blood cannot inherit the kingdom.
Yeah.
So you gotta be made new.
You got it.
Yeah, but that's crazy how our people was deceived. Like we thought we was from Africa. You might have thought our uncle was righteous. Or is that like as they call it the eye of Horus or something?
No, actually, it's pointed over here, so it's the eye of Ra, and this means like the sun and like the sun.
Oh, that's the sun. That's Ra.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so the Christians worship the sun god Ra when they go to church on Sunday.
Right.
That's why it's on a Sunday.
Sunday.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah,
But-
that's what we was
Right.
taught.
No,
The
of
enemy
course.
taught us that we was from Africa.
Right.
You know, we really believed it. You know,
So what are we really from?
Jerusalem. Get what is that? Galatians 4?
4:26.
Yeah, 4:26.
4:26.
Real quick.
Okay.
That's our homeland, but we did flee into Africa because we was under the persecution of the Romans. So we fled into Africa because you can just remember when the Lord was born, the angel told Mary and Joseph to go down to Africa. You can actually walk there.
Right.
So when the Romans persecuted Jerusalem, when they ransacked our homeland, we fled into Africa. You know, and from there, of course, we blended in with the Africans.
Right.
That's probably not the main reason we went there. It was just close. They just happened to be another dark nation.
Right.
But fast forward in the time, we was sold off the west coast of Africa as slaves, and the Africans, which are the Hamites, got together with the Edomites, and they sold us into captivity for musket guns and wine. They said.
This is the book of Galatians, chapter 4, verse 26. But Jerusalem, which is above, is free, which is the mother of us all.
Yeah, because they'll tell you that Africa is the motherland.
Yeah.
The scriptures say Jerusalem, which is above, which is free, which is the mother of us all. Now, another thing is, the Hamites at one point in time, you said you was from the tribe of Judah. Remember, King David is from the tribe of Judah. And King David, at one point, the number one enemies of our nation was the Hamites, the Philistines. They were Africans, and they was the number one enemies with Israel. And King David was fucking their asses up. He was killing them. It tells you that Saul, they used to sing songs. It says Saul killed his thousands, but David killed his tens of thousands. And who was he killing? He was killing them Philistines, them Africans. He was slaughtering their asses. And King David was like a superhero. He had superpowers, man. Basically,
Black King David, right?
huh?
The Black King.
Yeah, of course. There's only one King David.
Right.
You know, it says he would leap over walls and run through troops. That's like basically spiritual power, man.
Then he had the mighty men.
King David and his
Had
mighty
his
men.
mighty men. And,
Mighty
they
men.
was raw as hell. But
Yeah.
they tell you, I'm trying to think, what is that that chapter where it tell you about his mighty men? I'm
And that's
find
in
it.
this, in this, there's stories out there.
37 of them or something.
There's stories out there that say,
It was killing
you know how Chinese people they do kung fu or whatever.
Right.
Well, at one point, King David had the Moabites. They was under us, and they say that's where they learned that from, King David.
Yeah, when
Or
you
his
look at
mighty men.
when you look at a lot of those kung fu artists, they wear the border of blue with the fringes and that. You know.
See, everything goes back to us, but other nations take credit for it.
Right.
You know.
Oh, for sure. Oh,
Yeah, they take the credit for it, man. So our people don't. The scriptures say Jacob is the former of all things.
Right.
So a lot of things that our people invented and created, we don't get the credit for.
Exactly.
We're the greatest people, man. You know, we're the best at everything we do. You like sports or what you like?
To
Sports.
be honest, I mean, I like sports, but for me, I like history. I like reading books.
Okay. So you don't like really like fights or boxing or none of that?
I do, but I only do it to keep myself healthy. and
Okay.
self-defense.
Okay. Well, my point is, our people are the best at everything, man. You know,
But that's a fact.
everything we do, we conquer. Even though we're on a low level in society, we're looked at as, spittle.
Right.
When you put us in something against the other nations, we're the best at it.
I got a preset.
That's why we like the number one source of entertainment.
This is Matthew chapter 5, verse 13. Ye are the salt of the earth, but if the salt have lost his savor, wherewith shall it be salted?
Yeah, you got to think, man. If you take Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans off this earth, there will be no salt. There will be no entertainment.
Right.
This shit'll be I don't know what it'll be, man.
It'd be TV with no color.
You know, TV with no color, man. Because we are the Lord's people, and we the best at everything we do.
Don't nobody want to see Chinese people playing basketball. Nah. That's why even them NBA legends, after they retire, they'll be like 40, 41, 42, turn it up in them Chinese leagues, man. Right.
It is there. It is thenceforth good for nothing but to be cast out and to be trodden under the foot. Let me read that over, brother. Well, that's good.
That's good.
Huh.
That's the point.
This is 1 Corinthians 15 and 50. Now this I say, brethren, that flesh and blood cannot inherit the kingdom of the Most High. Neither doth corruption inherit incorruption. Behold, I show you a mystery. We shall not all sleep, but we shall all be changed.
We're gonna be changed. This flesh is not gonna go into the chariots. In the kingdom is gonna be on earth. It's in the Lord's Prayer. The kingdom of heaven is gonna be established on earth. Now, I'm gonna ask you some questions, see where you at.
Yo, listen, I want you to ask me. Listen,
All right.
I'm being that like.
Yeah, I just want to see
Please,
where you at.
please.
You know what the mark of the beast is?
Mark of the Beast. I've always heard of it, but I don't have like a full description like that.
Okay, so
I'm gonna listen. I'm keeping it real.
no, that's good. That's good. I'm seeing where you at. What you think it is?
The Mark of the Beast. Man, I don't want to sound stupid.
Now you're stupid.
Yeah, because if you don't know, we gonna tell you. That's why I'm asking.
Right, true. But I just want to sound stupid, like.
Nah, you
It's
just
all
don't
right.
know.
We're not here to,
Yeah, we ain't here to down you.
We're here to uplift.
Or if you don't know, just say you don't know.
No, because it was a time where we didn't know this knowledge. You know what I'm saying? What's that in Ephesians where it say at times we was once Gentiles.
So if you don't know what it is, the mark of the beast. You ever heard of the RFID chip?
Yes, I heard of that. No, I swear to God, I heard of it.
No, that's cool. So, all right, what you know about the RFID chip?
I've heard of it when like, listen, I've
All
heard
right,
of these things.
all right.
but I
No,
don't
so
know
no,
what
that's good because you might run into. He might run into HOI on
Yeah.
Benson.
Yeah, I know who they are.
Yeah, and they gonna tell you that it's not the chip. If they ask you, if you say what's the mark of the beast, they gonna tell you that it's not the chip. Now I'm gonna let you go ahead. Tell them what it is.
Oh, it's you got your bank card on it?
Yeah.
Because you got a bank card? You
Bank
work?
card, I don't
You
got
got
nothing
one?
on me.
You got a bank card?
I do, but not on me.
No, but when you go to a store, what they ask you to do? When you about to pay for something,
Yeah, if you got credit or anything, money.
they don't tell you to insert the chip.
Yeah, they might say you know how you got the chip on the debit cards? They'll say, insert your chip.
Chip?
meaning
Oh, yeah,
put it
yeah,
like that.
That's an RFID. They gonna actually put those RFIDs in the people.
You got the scripture?
Those little chips?
It's a
Yeah.
microchip the size of a grain of rice.
Is that the vaccine?
It's gonna be. It might be in the vaccine.
Yeah.
They might put it in the vaccine.
Because they plan on doing it.
See? Well, that's what you know about that. Because the vaccine is known to have, what is it? Nanobites?
Nanotechnology.
Nanochips.
Nanotechnology. Now, the vaccine might not be the chip, but it's like it's close to it.
It ties in.
That's why we're telling people you shouldn't take the vaccine either.
Right.
Oh, we ain't no. All right, that's good. That's good.
Bro.
Now you understand?
Bro.
Yeah, but see, it ain't just as easy as saying, "Oh, I'm not taking that," because if you don't take it, they can throw you in jail.
Your faith will be tested.
Yeah, your faith gonna be tested. It's
you
not gonna
can't-
be just like, "Oh, I can just say no, I'm not taking it. I don't care. I'll be humble." Nah, they're gonna put you in jail. They might actually put your head in the guillotine, chop your head off.
Now that's where faith comes in. They tell you, we'll use the mark of the beast, we'll use the chip as the ultimate example. Now, would you allow them to stick a chip inside your skin? Okay, now if they tell you, listen, you can't eat, right? You can't eat. You can't go to the store. You can't. You're gonna be homeless, right? You don't got no job. You can't do none of that if you don't take the chip.
You gonna get thrown in the gutter. of
Thrown
society.
in the gutter in the society, yeah.
So now, like the brother was saying, it's easy to say, "Fuck, nah, I ain't doing that." But when it happens to you, and you in that moment, and you ain't ate in 3 days,
And everybody around you done took it. Your mom,
yeah, your people,
Right.
they done
Your
lined up
family.
like sheep. They done went and took the mark.
your
You know,
girlfriend got it.
everybody
Right,
got
so
it, and they looking at you like, "Oh, you need to go handle your business. You need to do what you got to do. You need to go get your chip."
Go get your vaccine.
You know?
Go get your chip.
It's easy to say something. What Mike Tyson say? Everybody got a plan till they get knocked out. It's,
Get punched.
In the mouth.
lip
In the
service,
mouth, you know what I'm saying?
lip service is easy, and that's why the Lord said that's gonna be called the hour of temptation.
Yeah, I got it.
Go ahead.
And I got a question. So what is the difference between you brothers versus the brothers like mainly and all?
So certain camps don't teach that the mark of the beast is. They'll say that it's something else. They'll say it's a spiritual mark, right? We don't. Yeah, or it's a philosophy. Now listen to the scripture. We'll tell you why it's not a spiritual mark.
This is Revelation 3:10. Because
No. Go to the.
Salak, can I answer this question real quick?
Yeah. Go ahead.
The difference is the doctrine. This is an example of the difference that we have, the
Right.
different doctrine.
The doctrine. You got to be on point. Go ahead.
Revelation 13 and 15. And he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak and cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed.
Now there's a difference between the image of the beast and the mark. The image is his system, right? Within his system, he wants to give you a mark so you can understand. Right. Go ahead.
And he causeth all.
That should and it said that should be put to death.
Yeah.
If you don't take it. Alright, so if you don't take that mark, you're gonna be put to death. So it ain't no game, go ahead. And that's another difference between us and them on Kensington. Because the prophets were sent out to warn the people of the impending danger and things to come.
And we don't hate those brothers.
Oh, yeah.
It's just that the Lord said, "Give them warning from me." No, it ain't like we hate them.
Nah.
But now next time if you do run into them brothers after we explain this to you, ask them what the mark of the beast is.
Right. And another thing, one camp may tell you, go get vaccinated, go get chips, go do this, go do that, but those things will lead to death. Getting vaccinated will bring nothing good, and receiving that RFID chip, which is the mark of the beast, will get you destroyed by the Heavenly Father and the Son.
Right. Now let me break this down. Go ahead.
And he causeth all,
And he calls it all.
both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their forehead.
So he calls it all, small and great, right? Rich and poor, free and bond. Rather you free like us, so-called free, or you bond, you in a prison, right? You locked up.
Bondage.
Yep, you in bondage, you might be in prison, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, right? Now, yeah, that's our job, bro. This is our service. So you don't gotta thank us, thank the Most High. Yeah. This is free. It's free money. So when you go into the Greek word mark, right? Because a lot of camps don't do that. It's charagma, right? If somebody want to look it up real quick, the word charagma means to insert. What is it?
A stamp
And to make a stamp or an incision, right? So charagma means to actually go into your flesh. All right, when you break it down. So that's the Greek word for mark. Now keep going.
to receive. So like if.
No, read that part again. Read that part again. Hold on, wait. No, read charagma. My bad. Go ahead.
This is charagma, a stamp, an imprinted mark of the mark stamped on the forehead or the right hand as the badge of the followers of the Antichrist, the mark branded upon us. But the point was the stamp.
No, keep reading down.
Or an imprinted mark.
Keep going down. Because this proves that it's physical. A mark branded, it should say a mark branded upon horses. Does it say that?
The mark branded upon the horses, being carved,
Something carved,
sculpture,
yep.
graven work.
Graven work. Now, you ever heard of a graven image?
Graven, yeah.
A graven image is something that you like carve out,
Carve
right?
out, yeah.
Now it says the mark branded upon horses. Sometimes back in the day, people that had horses, they would brand their horses. They would put like just like they would brand a slave. They would put what is it? Let's say it's a logo, right? The slave masters would brand their slaves with the logo. They get that hot iron, right? Same thing they would do with a horse, right?
Yeah.
So it's nothing spirit. That's a physical thing.
Like,
So-
I own you. You're my property.
Right.
Yeah.
So go ahead.
And when you take that mark of the beast, the so-called white man Esau is gonna own you. Or the
He's
spiritual
putting that
demon-
chip in you.
Satan.
Now, when you get home, look it up. Just go on YouTube, type in RFID chip. They'll show you all types of videos, man.
And-
All types of videos.
And the messed up thing about the vaccine is when over the summer when I was looking at it and it was this one lady, she was like, "Oh, more black people need to take this."
Exactly.
Because,
I swear to you, that's what she said.
Because it's everything is targeting
The Israelites.
The Israelites.
To kill you.
Yeah, because that's they
Agenda.
Their goal is to
Right.
kill the Israelites.
Linda Gates, the wife of Bill Gates, she said it out. She said the first people who need to get the vaccine is Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans.
Right.
They said it.
Washington Post.
Right there.
Hey, the reason that they're going on trying to go on the moon and search the fucking space, and they going in the water, it's to kill the Israelites.
Word.
Because in Jeremiah it tell you if they can search the heaven
Yep,
above and
yep.
the water beneath.
The Lord said he'll do away with
He'll
the
do
nation
away
of
with
Israel.
Israel.
Which that they can never search the heavens and the waters. Let's go back to that.
And another thing for the 666, which is also part of the mark.
Oh, no, wait till he read it
Oh, okay.
and then get the definition.
Revelation 13 and 17. And that no man
Look it up though.
might buy or sell.
And that no man can buy or sell. Go ahead.
Right, and if you notice, they're doing away with this paper money. Everything's becoming electronic.
Yep.
Or the save he that had the
Read
mark,
it from the top.
it's like,
that no man.
and that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark.
So you're not gonna be able to buy or sell unless you got this mark. Now, going back to what the brother was saying with the credit cards, it used to be just a regular debit card. Then they came out with the debit card with the chip. Now they're gonna want to put the chip inside you, and this is biblical, right? Read it from the top.
And that no man might buy or
No, go
sell.
to 16 again.
Revelation 13 and 16.
Because we gonna through the spirit, we're gonna try to beat this in your head, because this is an important
just
prophecy.
like it was with us. And
You gotta hear it.
he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, and that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name.
So you're not gonna be able. Basically, you're not gonna be a part of society unless you got this mark. Because we buy and sell every day.
Right.
You know, you pay your car insurance, that's buying. You pay for food, that's buying. All right. That's all a part of common society.
Right.
If you don't have that chip, you're not gonna be able to do none of that.
And this even gonna become a point in time. You're not even gonna be able to get into a door unless you put your hand up to it and scan first. Because the doors is gonna be electric.
Which they show you on certain commercials, like the new Hyundai commercials. This dude, his dog took the keys from him, and his dog ran outside, and the dog dug like 20 holes in his yard, and he stuffed the keys in there. And then the dude came outside and was like, "Where'd you put the keys?" And then he was like, "Don't worry about it." Went up to the car, boop, opened the door, and then the fucking Hyundai music and shit started playing. That's how they prepping the minds of the people, man. You know, they want everything to be easy. They want total control. You know, because if you there was an interview with Aaron Russo. You'll probably know who that is. But if you get a chance, look up Aaron Russo on YouTube, RFID chip.
Right.
He was talking about Salakia, how he sat down with Nick Rockefeller, which is one of the elites.
Right.
And that's one of the plans is to chip the people.
Right.
You know?
Yep, and wave your hand to get a paper towel. Wave your hand to get soap. Wave your hand to get the water to come out the sink. Now, I mean, those is all ways in prepping you, and that's just a simple public restroom right there.
Yeah, they do it because they like it to seem like magic, because you know everything in society is based on witchcraft.
Right. Let me show this real quick. It's Joe Biden. This is the president of the United States right now.
Right.
This in 2005.
Oh yeah, doing that too.
Oh, that's 15 years ago.
No, 4 years old at that time.
Neuralink technology. They put chips
Oh yeah, you
inside
ever heard of
people's
Elon
brain.
Musk, the owner of Tesla?
Yep.
Yeah, so he has something. He's Neuralink, and he's testing right now. They say he's testing like animals. He wants to put the brain chips in people, man. You know, so all these things that basically what they want to do is connect humans with technology. You know, that's basically what they want to
And
do.
if you notice, when he did the Neuralink, right, who are the subjects? They are all pigs, because that's how the elites look at us. They look at us as being swine.
Exactly. And brothers, I do want to like hang out, but I do gotta get going.
All right,
Hold on,
man.
let me read.
Oh, yeah,
Stigma
please,
to you
yo,
right
please.
quick.
Then we'll
This-
give you the channel.
This is stigma. The number of a name 666, and 666 goes back to stigma.
Yeah.
The name stigma is originally a common Greek noun meaning a mark, dot, puncture, because they gotta puncture your flesh in order to get that chip inside of you.
I'm gonna start bringing out stigma, man.
Puncture, or generally a sign, from the verb puncture, the related but distinct word stigma. All right, and that's pretty much showing a recognition of ownership because you're being branded by that puncture.
So
You're
you
being
know you're an Israelite, right? So when you get a chance, go on YouTube or Google, however you search your information, type in RFID microchip. I would say go on YouTube because more information and videos gonna pop up.
Give them the channel.
Oh yeah.
We'll just continue on.
You got like a YouTube channel?
Yeah, go ahead. Here,
Yeah,
I'll
we
type
got
it
a
in for
couple
you.
YouTube channels.
And I just want to say thank y'all for real.
Hey man, thank you. How about Shimmy Awashai,
This is a
man?
Thank
reasonable
you all.
service.
Thank you all.
Remember those names. Those names is what's gonna save you. Yeah, how about Hashim Awashai?
What is that? And was it First Timothy 4 or Second Timothy 4? You shall save them which hear
It's
you.
1 Timothy 4:16.
Okay, yeah, I got it right. I'll wait till you give them that. So you can get it.
Also, I want to bring out the scripture. Just a quick scripture. Amos chapter 3, verse 3. Can two walk together except they be agreed? Okay, so that's talking about how the two doctrines, you know, we can't walk with other groups because we're not teaching the same thing.
Right.
You know.
They go tell
It's
you,
like
Good that they teaching people that we Israelites.
Right.
That's
Yeah.
good, you know.
Yeah,
but they go tell you to get chips. They go tell you to get the vaccine.
yeah,
Yeah.
That's death.
yeah. Forget what they saying, bro.
Yeah, yeah. Because, I mean, if you take that chip.
But hey, brother, we hear every week, man. So if you're riding through, we normally hear on Saturdays. Depends on the schedules, but we out here every week.
It's safe to Sabbath day. Well,
It is now.
It is, but the Sabbath go not according to the day. It go according to the moon phase.
Moon phase.
There's
Oh.
4 moon phases.
That's a whole nother
So
breakdown
basically,
right there.
in order, we don't just say Friday, Saturday is the Sabbath every day of the week for 365 days. It changes. It might be a Tuesday, Wednesday night. It might be a Monday, Tuesday night.
Oh, so that's.
It's always sundown to sundown, but it's not just Friday,
I'm sorry, I
Saturday.
sound dumb.
No, but that's probably you probably learned that or you picked it up from somewhere.
That's why the moon fills up and then it. Dissipates.
Christians teach that Sunday is the Sabbath.
Yeah,
So,
the word month goes back to the word moon. You know, so however the Sabbath goes based off the moon. And we always use the example of the moon doesn't follow the calendar. The calendar follows the moon. That's why the Most High gave us the moon.
Exactly. Thank you, brothers.
All right, bro, shalom.
Shalom. Shalom. Shimon Shah Barakatah.
Hey, and I want to say this real quick. See, he didn't even know. He knew he was an Israelite, but he didn't know what the mark of the beast was. So you got to teach him what the mark of the beast really is, man. And I'm glad he didn't go somewhere else and be like, yeah, the mark of the beast is Christian. He learned what it was for the first time today. And he really learned what it actually is. And that's what you're supposed to teach Jake. That he knew about the vaccine, though. He knew that shit. But he didn't know about the actual mark of the beast written in Revelation. Now, he might go to another Israelite camp, and they might tell him something different. He gonna be like, nah, stigma, charagma. You know, he might do his research. He seemed like he might actually go look it up.
He a young Jake too, 19.
Yeah.
And that's
Seems
how
sincere.
it just shows you that the Spirit's got to be working with you, man. Because you could be a rookie in this thing and confound elders like Zabak that have been in it for.
Yeah. I subscribe to a few channels, not just our channel, but a few channels that's popular. You know, so he'll get those notifications. But the chip is important, man. You gotta know what that is. Go ahead, I got it.
This is 1 Timothy 4:14. I'm gonna start. Neglect not the gift that is in thee. Wait for this. More delays. Bear with us.
Got it.
Stigma fire, right?
Yeah, that stigma, man.
1 Timothy 4. 1 Timothy 4:14. Neglect not the gift that is in thee, which was given thee by prophecy. Because the Most High said that what? That he will raise up his men in the last days to teach them, to teach the people what? That they're Israelites, not to take the mark of the beast. All right, things like that, man. That Christianity is a fallacy, not to eat pork, so on and so forth. And that destruction is coming to America. That's another thing that them camps don't teach. They don't teach about the destruction. They're trying to make their own little villages and towns here in Babylon where it's going to get nuked.
Right.
Yeah, I seen them dudes out. They was out on Utica and Jefferson and shit, and I was sitting there listening to them. I don't be like, what's it? Sometimes I give them a precept to teach, but I don't be trying to debate them and shit. Just sitting there watching the shit, and like, they don't even be saying it. They wait for people to walk past, then they grab the mic like, hey, beautiful black woman. Do you know you an Israelite?
Oh my God.
Yeah, you need to put some clothes on and all this dumb shit. I'm like, yo,
You wasting time.
yeah.
First off, man, don't believe anybody who's out there with a microphone.
Microphone Israelites.
Yeah.
Yeah, with the laying on of the hands of the presbytery, meditate upon these things, give thyself wholly to them.
That's
that-
what dude need to do. He need to meditate himself upon what he just learned, that the mark of the beast is the microchip. Go ahead.
Well, hey, that's why the scriptures say that the path is straight and narrow, because there's a lot of broad ways that'll lead you astray, man, to destruction. That thy profiting may appear to all. Take heed unto thyself and unto the doctrine. Continue in them, for in doing this thou shalt both save thyself and them that hear thee.
Yeah, and that's why we come out here too. That's what he probably needed to hear too. That's another reason why we come out here to save ourselves and them that hear thee. Get Luke 24 and 21 and 34.
This is Luke chapter 21, verse 34. Actually, I'm going to start at 32. Verily I say unto you, man, these trains, man, they're working overtime today. They're working overtime today, these trains. Luke 21 and 32. Verily I say unto you, this generation shall not pass away till all be fulfilled. Heaven and earth shall pass away, but my words shall not pass
Yeah,
away.
the Most High word's not gonna pass away. Everything that the Most High said gonna happen gonna come to pass. Go ahead.
And take heed to yourselves, lest at any time your hearts be overcharged with surfeiting and drunkenness and cares of this life, so that day come upon you unawares. For as a snare shall it come on all them that dwell on the face of the whole earth.
Yeah, because way more people gonna die than that's gonna live, because they gonna be caught up in the cares of this life or whatever, but not the truth. Go ahead.
And the precept for that, it says, is 1 Thessalonians 5 and 2, which is when they shall say peace and safety, right?
Yeah. Because everybody happy right now. Everybody, oh, Joe Biden won. Yeah, like Joe Biden gonna save the world. Who the fuck is Joe Biden? It was Joe Biden.
You can't even speak.
His old ass finna
What did he
die
do?
any day now.
But they like, Kamala Harris gonna take over. They put their hope in this dude, but not the Lord. Get Jeremiah 17 and 5.
They rejoice that it's Donald Trump out of office. This dude, he's the
Yeah,
same thing.
it's the same thing. Hey, because really the Most High ruling. The mark of the beast. If Joe Biden would have won or Trump, that mark was coming.
As the scripture says.
And the vaccines was coming either way.
Yeah.
They both said it.
And actually, Biden, he let it straight be known. He's for the lockdown.
Yeah, he shut. Hey, this shit gonna be. Man, we was just talking about. Like,
Oh, yeah.
He gonna
lock
this
it down.
bitch down.
Lock it down.
Joe Biden is for the lockdowns. He's for the vaccines. He's for the chip.
Yeah.
He's all for it, and he gonna push it immediately too.
And the scriptures say that the heart of the king is in the hand of the Lord. He's turning it wheresoever he wanted.
Trump actually has some kind of resistance with the mandated vaccines and the lockdowns.
For as a snare shall it come on all them that dwell on the face of the whole earth.
Yeah, because everybody's so happy that Joe Biden got in, so it's gonna come as a snare. They gonna be like, they think Joe Biden is the savior. Go ahead.
Watch ye therefore and pray always, that ye may be accounted worthy to escape all these things that shall come to pass, and to stand before the Son of Man.
Escape what things? The happy and good times? No, it's gonna be evil times out here, man. The famine. We still ain't get that famine yet. We still got that to look forward to.
Yep. And certain parts of the world is feeling that famine right now.
Yeah, but that famine gonna definitely hit that
Oh
one.
yeah.
And a,
Signs
Chris-
showing itself.
and a Christian will say, oh, you're so evil for saying that you're looking forward to a famine.
Yeah, you looking forward. You
Judgment
even
needs
for
to
looking
be
forward to
served.
prophecy.
Hey, that's part of the beginning of the sorrows. The Lord said all these things must come to pass.
Yeah.
The end is not yet.
That's right.
And that was the words of Yahweh Shai, man.
17:5.
This is Jeremiah chapter 17, verse 5. Thus saith the Lord, cursed be the man that trusteth in man, and maketh flesh his arm.
That's Jake out here, because a lot of Jake. I was in the barber shop yesterday, and Jake like, yo, Mark, what up, Mark? You voted? You voted? I'm like, hell no, I ain't voted. Boy, he was like mad at me.
We're voting right now if you think about it.
Yeah.
Shit, our votes already been solidified.
Yeah,
Shit.
we voted for Yahweh Shem Shai. Bro, he like, oh man. And then my brother, he was like, yo, I voted for the first time. And it feel good. I wanted to smack the shit out of that motherfucker. I swear to God, I was like, come on, man. That shit feel good. Like,
what?
Go ahead. No good, man.
You feel good, man.
Yeah, but a
have a
lot of
big old-
Jake is in that spirit.
Definitely.
And,
Big
and
old
it's crazy
coon
because
smile.
this year they let felons vote and shit.
Yeah.
So that's why they are like, yeah, I ain't never voted in my life.
They feel like they accomplished something. And whose heart departed from the Lord?
Yeah, but when you do that, that means your heart is departing from the Lord. Because when you read Deuteronomy 17, I think it's 17 and 15,
Yep.
it say, go ahead, get that.
Yeah, because we have a king already. We have a power. We have a king. We don't need no man to rule over us.
Yeah, we already have a king. I mean, we render unto Caesar what is Caesar's.
17 and 15, I believe.
But Yahweh Shai is our king.
Yeah.
This is Deuteronomy chapter 17, verse 15. It reads, Thou shalt in any wise set him king over thee, whom Yahweh Bahashim Yahushai thy power shall choose. One for among thy brethren shalt thou set king over thee.
So that's the only person y'all supposed to be voting for. Now, I can see if y'all got tricked by the 2008 election with Obama. You know, that was... Yo, it's crazy.
Esau
It's re-
snuck that in there because he was a
it's-
Hamite.
That's you could tell our people is enchanted. Everybody who voted for Biden was enchanted. Even Obama, that's like an enchantment.
Well, hey, man, I was looking
It's
up
a
some
spell.
stats, and they said that the police shootings were actually highest under the Obama
It was. It was every. That shit had me like, damn. Like, they was smoking dudes every day.
Tell a nigga that.
Trayvon
Oh, was it?
Martin.
Oh, was it?
Don't talk about my black president.
He was the one that signed the NDAA, which allowed the militarization of the police.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just finish reading.
It's like a Trojan horse.
I'll finish reading. I got it. I'll finish reading.
Oh, yeah.
It says, thou shalt in any wise set him king over thee, goes into when we go into a land. And did we not come into this land? Right? It says, whom the Lord thy power have chosen, shall choose, one from among thy brethren shalt thou set king over thee. Thou mayest not set a stranger over thee, which is not thy brother.
And that's what they're
Right.
doing by putting Joe Biden in office. Because Joe Biden is the devil, man, just like Donald Trump.
That's right.
Now they might say, well, Esau is your brother. But guess what? He's not of your nation, man. 2 nations are in thy womb, all right? The Lord said 2 manner of people. So we're 2 different manner of people.
And Jake fucking damn near forgave Esau for the slavery they put us in.
Yeah,
They
well,
don't even-
they don't even talk about that.
Start
We're
back
gonna
at the
close
top.
up after this.
Jeremiah 17 and 5. Thus saith the Lord, cursed be the man that trusteth in man, and who maketh flesh his arm.
Yeah, you make it flesh your arm. You make it, you're not supposed to put your hope in a man that got flesh. Go ahead.
And whose heart departeth from the Lord.
Go ahead.
For he shall be like the heath in the desert, and shall not see when good cometh.
Yeah, you're not going to see when good comes. The good is right here. They don't see it. Go ahead.
But shall inhabit the parched places in the wilderness, in a salt land, and not inhabited.
That don't sound too good. It's all land. Go ahead.
Blessed is the man that trusteth in the Lord,
Yeah.
and whose hope the Lord is.
And that's our hope. Our hope is Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai.
That's right.
That's what our hope is. That's why it say, wait ye upon me. I rise up to
Jump shit, pray.
And blessed are they that waiteth on the Lord. For he shall be as a tree planted by the waters, and that spreadeth out her roots by the river.
That's why it say Isaiah, like, my servant shall eat, but you shall be thirsty. Because it ain't gonna matter. It don't matter where you at in earth, really, because the Lord can deliver us. The whole hand, the Lord, the earth is in the hand of the Lord.
And shall not see when heat cometh, but her leaf shall be green, and shall not be careful in the year of drought, neither shall cease from yielding fruit. The heart is deceitful above all things and desperately wicked. Who can know it? And that was it. That's another thing. The heart is deceitful above all things, and who can know it?
Right. Apostle Gabar always says that you are your own worst enemy in this truth. That all comes from your mind being deceitful.
Because you warn with yourself on the 24/7.
Hey, the scriptures
You in your head 24/7.
the scriptures say in Galatians the 5th chapter that the flesh is contrary to the spirit, and they both war against each other. You know, so you know that's why you always gotta walk in the spirit, because this flesh is always gonna drive you to walk contrary to the
Hey,
ways of the
Paul
Lord.
said that in Romans the 7th chapter.
Hey, so with that, Lord willing, you brothers were edified. We want to give all praise, honor, and glory
To Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakakwadash.
Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone that taught us this truth. Lord willing, we'll see you brothers next week.